I want to thank Lisa Mickle, rhymes with pickle. Lisa Smiles, guys, green and come out here. Rockstar class already. Just got out of the Instagram master class. Ran out of time a little bit because there's so much to cover and talk about. So we've been talking to people kind of behind the scenes and in the hallway and things like that. Now at 2:30 we're on stage for the hair color Q&A. We gotta get out, guys. If you're out there, if you're in business, you gotta double up. You gotta bet on yourself. This is a bet on yourself week. You don't know what's going to happen.
So we have wash, we have chill, and then I had another client sit in my chair and I was telling him about chill. And he says, well, can I use that to oil my scalp? And I was like, well, not this formula because it's more of an astringent, right? The chill is really meant to be a lighter oil consistency. It's about the cooling effect. And I said, but definitely a different formula with the roller ball revolutionizes the way that you can oil your scalp. It is so easy. You don't even have to think about it. Just take it and put it into your suction head, right?
Link is down below of her recent commercial that she's ran. But also she's going to come from the show, guys, and bring even more of that to the triangle. And I'm coming out to Raleigh, come get some barbecue, some fish. So shout out to Bree, man. Shout out to Lisa Smash. Come back to it later. Better brands, better business, better.
Sorry, go ahead. As we do, and I said, I've got this amazing idea, and I want to tell you about it. And then he said,
say hey, Keisha.
I am a runner. I've run 2 marathons and I train a lot.
We have Ray himself right here.
The sweat, the perspiration drives me crazy. I hate to lose my scalp.
I thought you still recording.
I love everything that you do, and then, like I said, my wife, it's for her because I was in love, like, I was one of these. I wanted to make the best love song. You know what I'm saying? But that was my calling right there, you know what I'm saying? My calling was to bless my kings and queens all over the world. Even though I didn't know I was going to be doing hair, a man doing hair, is my, but once I fell in love with the passion of it, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like Damon said, with Damon, it was first class.
Okay, so I don't think it's just me. So any of you can answer this question, but I feel like when it comes to men lock stylists, y'all just kill it on Instagram. And I don't know what it is. Like, what do you think it is about men locticians that not only calls for your numbers to increase, but like it's almost fascinating to watch y'all's posts for some reason?
We don't treat women like women treat women.
Let's go deeper.
We love you. We give to you. You want us, you ask us for certain things, and we give it to you. Well, the next woman, she's like, it's competition. This is no competition between us. We're in love. We're making something happen. This is a validity of fluid love, and you come for this, and I'm gonna give it to you. That's what I feel like.
That's the difference. That's what you feel is the difference.
The industry, but I think we make a difference. And so I've been doing this for 30 years. So I had 100,000 followers before there was social media. And so I don't look at numbers on social media. I just want my community to see me constantly moving. When I leave here, I'm catching an Amtrak 12 hours to Maryland to do another show. I'm on the front line with natural hair, so I just got 10,000 followers last month, and I've been doing this for 30 years. And I'm not looking for followers, I'm looking for leaders. And I just want to make a difference. So I just want to be consistently working. I'm glad after 30 years that I'm still relevant and people think that I have something important to say. And I just want to make a difference. I'm a stylist first, I'm a teacher second, but I'm not an entertainer. So when I'm about my social business, social media, I'm about my business.
Okay.
My turn. We all have different things that we offer, obviously. That's why you guys are here. And we all have different things that make us us. I, on the other hand, to me. However, I feel like we, the men of the industry, my brothers that are sitting next to me, I think we force the standard of beauty to change. Believe it or not, whether you want to admit it or not, a man's validation for a woman's beauty is needed.
That's true.
So I personally feel that because you saw the men saying, you know, we're tired of seeing this, we're tired of seeing that, we want you to take better care of your hair, we want you to do this. When you saw the man's standard and the man's stamp of approval, you followed suit.
Okay. You still got that comment? Okay.
Everything they're saying is what I truly believe.
Right.
So I wanted to learn the secret. I think I tapped in on it, which is speaking and making them feel like there's no competition. Like you're beautiful when you sat down. I'm just making you feel extra beautiful and teach you how to keep that going. So I recognize what they're saying. I respect what they're saying. I'm just trying to show them how to do it too.
Right. So you agree with everything? Okay, so there's one thing that I didn't agree with, Tonda. So I think when we say dominating the field, it's more so that if I see 5 men locticians and I see 5 women locticians, both on Instagram, probably 4 of those 5 men are going to have a bunch of followers, a bunch of engagement. Probably 1 of the 5 women are going to be all right. So that's what I mean by it's like the ratio of men who are being recognized on social media specifically for their level of like excellence is very high in comparison, I feel, to the women in the industry. And that was what I meant by dominating.
So I think there's factors. I think a lot of the men on social media are single. I think a lot of the women
Okay, go ahead.
when I say single, a lot of those sisters have other responsibilities. They have children, they have jobs just like me. But I think the brothers have a little bit more time to engage on social media. And it takes, so I've been in the game 30 years and I feel like I've done a substantial amount of work.
Yeah.
But with the millennials, social media is work. And it's a younger breed and it's a younger generation, and I just think that the brothers got a little bit more time to be on it than the sisters.
I think that's true. I never thought of that.
Come here.
Oh, okay. That was so demanding. You know what?
You see the difference? Come here.
She's like, okay.
That's the difference. So when I look at you and I say, this looks amazing. This is so powerful. I love you. Have a seat.
So it's the command of a man.
It's the love, it's the camaraderie, it's the everything, it's all the above. Like exactly what he said.
I'm here for it. That's cool. All right, we're going to switch subjects a little bit, because I'm not too sure where that one was going to go.
You should be under a dryer with this for 25 to 30 minutes, if that, and the setting should not be on hot. That is over drying your hair. You said twist out? Well, we don't twist. We don't take out the twist the same day. I don't even recommend it. I tell my clients, go home, sleep on it, think about it, pray about it, and then take it out tomorrow. So, yeah.
She said, go home, think about it, pray about it.
Dryer, so it's just
it is.
Because then the one above that is permanent. So yeah, we have it on. And we're about to leave. If you can see her curls are really coming through, you can definitely see her shrinkage, but when you diffuse, you can pull the hair and diffuse the roots so that you have more volume. And we're going to finish her hair somewhere. We don't have a booth, but we'll finish it somewhere if you want to come and talk to us. We probably gonna be in the middle of the floor, I'm not gonna lie. We don't have nowhere to go. Alright. Follow us, Embrace Me Natural Salon. I'm Jules. That's Micah. Thank you.
I have a license in order to do any type of hair. And so I called the state board and I told them, you know, I'm a professional braider. I've been doing hair for X amount of years. What do I need to do in order to be legal in the state of Arizona? And they pretty much told me, you have to have a license to do any type of hair. And my problem with that is that in the state of Arizona, I'm not sure about your state, but they do not teach, nor do they test how to do natural hair, not braids, not locks, none of those things. And so I was already making a profitable living with the skills that I had. And so I got off the phone, I'm just feeling defeated because I'm like, okay, now I gotta go to school for a year, pay this money, and essentially just to walk away with a piece of paper to say, now you can do what you already ancestrally knew how to do. You see what I'm saying? And so after being off the phone for a minute, something kind of rose up in me and let me know like something can be changed about this. And so I started looking online for a law firm. And I came across a law firm, Institute for Justice. And I met with one of the lawyers, told him my story. And he was just like, this is crazy. Like, you know, we should be able to fight this. So we filed Essence Pharma versus the State Board of Cosmetology in 2003. And we won that case. So in the midst of all this, how many know you may have a dream, but everybody doesn't see your dream? You may have a vision, but everybody doesn't see your vision. And a lot of times it's the people that are closest to you. Family members, friends. Mine happened to be my mother. She's my biggest supporter now, but she did not see the vision. She was a registered nurse, is a registered nurse. And so she was like, so when you gonna get a job? You know, this braiding thing is cool, but I'm tired of these people coming knocking on my door. You know what I mean? When are you going to, you know, get out of my house successfully? And so I went to nursing school. I was in nursing school for about a year while this case played itself out. And at the time, my lawyer had actually incorporated my business. So I already had Rare Essence incorporated before I even finished nursing school. So I'm doing hair. I'm going to school from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. nursing school. I would come home in my apartment, braid from 3 to 11. Why? Because I wanted it that bad. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to grind. And so I was braiding until 11 p.m. Then I would go to my night job from midnight to 7 a.m. Spend the night there essentially, go home, change, and go to school all over again. I did that for a year. But I did it for a year because I seen that there was something greater, and I knew I had to make a deposit. I had to make an investment into my future.
I am excited to be here today. Before we go any further, shout out to the entire Natural Industry Convention staff for this amazing event. Susan and Angela, you guys have done just, and your team have done just a wonderful job. Had the pleasure of being here last year, and literally, I think we were talking outside, I feel like it's almost tripled in the exposure, not just online, but here at the show. You guys have done an awesome job. Thank you for everybody that came this morning to the Instagram Masterclass, tried to pour it all out, and we had like a little side session in the hallway, just trying to share with folk in that space on social media. Just all of you guys that have come by the booth and talked with us. We appreciate it. We want to do the same. Special shout out to Stay Hosting. They got us, they charged us for that plug because we needed some electricity this morning and had us rocking at the gala last night. Guys, my name is Raymond Torregano III. My company, guys, is Torregano Group. I, like you, many of you, have been, I don't always like to lead with years, but I'm 41 and pretty much my whole adult life I've done this industry. So seen a couple things, had some highs, had some lows, and you know, people ask me if I'm an educator, and I know that's what I am, but I really think more what I'm doing is just kind of sharing what worked, sharing what did not, sharing what things are real and some things that are really false that's holding us up with business, with technical training and the like. After about 10 years of having a salon and being a salon owner with a team and being behind a chair for some years, I made the choice after kind of early adopting online, on social media, I guess you could say. YouTube is kind of more like search these days, to go full time into education. So what I'm doing with you guys today, speaking, vending, training, online education, as well as kind of helping brands and businesses build, is what we decided to make it as actually a company. So please stop by our vendor. This first time we got our little banners. We think we're big time. Just come by, guys, and see what we're on. And in particular, we have going right now a video that, if you can imagine, Netflix for hairstylists, right? So tutorials on hair color, like what I'm going to talk about today, blowouts, textures, hair cutting, branding, marketing. We have interviews with some of the industry leaders, right? Podcast interviews, just an entire wealth of information, just like having an academy in your back pocket. We like to say for the price of 2 Chipotle bowls a month. So for $14.99 a month, guys, we think this is the future of learning, that shows like this are going to be supported by online education that you can have 24/7. So definitely stop by and do that. Today, guys, I'm going to talk about hair color. I'll be honest, just seeing the flow of the class, or the flow of the show, I had slides, but I kind of want to get in the mix and talk to you, and you talk to me about what you have on your mind about hair color. Raise your hand if it scares the dickens out of you and sends you in fits when somebody said they want something other than black. Or red. We love red, right? It's beautiful. Hey now. But sometimes we like, I don't know, tone and blonde and all those different things. Let's see, about 2001, I bleached Miss Gloria hair till it fell out. Let's just start that way. Let's just start with that. It was coming out in the sink because she had a black rinse on top of blonde. She didn't tell me. And I put that relaxer on there, and she got a haircut that day. And we was convincing her that it looked good on her. And it freaked me out like it would have freaked you out. And I went home and nervous and was giving them black for about 3 months until I realized this is a major part of the industry. Outside of product, guys, and hair cutting, it is the #1 seller. There's an entire aisle in every beauty supply store that you go to and I go to committed to hair color. So running away from it, dodging it, is just cutting out, in some instances, 20%, 30% of what we can make behind a chair. Straight up. As far as myself, I am a colorist. It is something that I've always loved, and I did not believe that it was for one race, or for one texture, or for one person, or one part of the, I just didn't believe that. It didn't make sense to me. And I was determined to figure out, how can people that look like me and you have the same shades, no limitations. I, like you, was kind of held up with hair color for a while, because we had relaxers to be kind of the mainstay or the star of the show in our salon. So the sodium hydroxide in relaxers, the ammonia, for the most part, in hair color were not friends, and it made it difficult to have both. Right about 2008, we all saw where the relaxers started to decline. Even if you still are doing it in the salon, it still has declined considerably from what we were doing maybe 2005 and before. So now, for the most part, how many of you, generally about 70% of your clientele is relaxer free? Yeah, man. Some of us totally relaxer free clientele. So now we have removed one of the culprits that was giving us issue. So now it's really wide open. And I think in some instances, some people are not using hair color just because we have a previous kind of post-traumatic stress of dealing with relaxed hair. Not that it couldn't happen, but you have to be very, very careful of having both to be present. But now that's gone, guys. So now I want to just talk about what is hair color, make it as simple as I can, and really get your questions, have them on deck. We got 2 microphones on either side. I want you to just run it rapid fire after maybe a few points, and we'll get busy. I love to use this example because it makes sense to me. Banking, all right? Everybody got a bank account, hopefully. Some may not. But when you're making a deposit in the bank, are you ever worried, concerned, nervous at all? You can talk? No. Why? Say it again. You get a receipt. You get a receipt when you make a withdrawal. What about deposit doesn't make you nervous? You're putting money in. Generally, if you're depositing money, it's a happy thing. You're enhancing the account. Whatever's in there, there's going to be more in the account. But when we make withdrawals, we gotta be careful. All right? So when you actually take money out of the bank, it's not bad, but you gotta make sure that it's covered. That it's strong enough to be able to take whatever this withdrawal. And if you make a withdrawal and immediately put a deposit, you're pretty good. But if you take a withdrawal and then withdraw some more, and withdraw some more, that's gonna be a problem. I like to use that example to understand what hair color at its core is. Not the line, guys, not the company or the brand that sells us that we have to use their product. There's pretty much 4 ways that you can color hair. Semi, demi, permanent, and lightener. That's it. And if you can make it that simple, it becomes easier. Semi and demi, for the most part, jazzing. How many jazzing folk up in here? Don't lie. What was your favorite one? Huh, bro? That cherry cola with that red hot, I will bust your head and take $50. Bold gold. Champagne for your real uppity clients. French cognac for Miss Brenda. If you like Dudley, that Blue Moon. Blue everywhere all over your station. Right, that's deposits. Right now, the end thing is the Vivids, right, or Pravana and things like that. But we never worry about that because they're deposits. No stress. Demi-permanent, for the most part, kind of pulling the cuticle back, laying up underneath the skin. I like to use that like a tattoo. They just hit it right underneath the skin and lay the ink right underneath. Still just depositing. But when we start talking about permanent color, how many people honestly don't use permanent color in their salon at all? It's okay. I'm not talking about lightener. I'm talking about 10N, 30 volume, 45 minutes, foils. How many people are using permanent color in their salon? That's good. That's color educators, that's not often. Generally, we're kind of skipping over deposit only color and going straight to lightener. And even lightener, for the most part, bleach or powder or paste developer, it'll start lifting, you'll smell the ammonia, rinse when you get to the color, tone if you want to, keep moving. It's the permanent formulation and chemistry of color that gets us a little nervous. It's very relatable. It's the geometry of hair cutting that makes us say, no, I don't want to cut. Ironically, it's our symbol, guys, cutting. Color is what is all around this room, is what everybody sees. So if you really want to see those numbers that you want to see in the salon, and really, for me, I think doing hair color for most of my career saved my body. I think if I'd have curled my whole career, stitched my whole career, I would have been a lot more broken down. So hair color is more here than it is with your body, so you can kind of get paid shoulders up. I encourage you to embrace it inside of your salon. I think every customer or every client is a color client, Raina. We can put it on everybody. If your dog sits still long enough, balayage rover, if he keeps still. Every client can get something. And if you view it like that, guys, that's where the coins. Is anybody in here just for the art? Just to make people feel amazing, but it ain't about the money? Raise your hand. Great. Let's get to the money behind these chairs, because every other industry is here. That doesn't mean we're not taking care of our client, but let's get to it. How many people have been to a frozen yogurt bar? Last point, we're gonna get to the questions. It's the best way you can really build a ticket in your salon. Raise your hand if your core service is blowouts. Core service, the thing you do the most is blowouts. All right, short hair. Still can do short hair and be natural. Natural styling only. Okay, down, locks. All right, men styling. All right, those are kind of the core niches: short hair, blowouts, natural styling, weave. Weave ain't going nowhere, we in Atlanta. Right? Those are the core 6 niches. The cool thing about hair color is it's the one that can lay on top of all of them. It's the one you can layer and connect with all of them, and sometimes double.
To facilitate smooth and easy experiences for those who choose to wear natural hair. Now, last year, $31.6 billion was spent on natural hair care products alone. $31.6 billion. You know what the problem is with that? Wait a minute, y'all ain't talking to me. Y'all that tired? I'm tired too. $31.6 billion was spent on natural hair care products. Now that's good for the product industry, but there is a problem with that. Does anybody know what that problem is? The problem is that these consumers were looking for hairstylists in a bottle. Y'all know these people. They came to the store looking like Florida Evans, thinking that they was gonna look like Curly Nikki when they left. And y'all know it. Hair milk is not gonna give you this loose, biracial texture of afro hair, you know, after using it. And that was the misconception that so many women bought into. $31.6 billion on products that were supposed to replace you and replace me. And we all know as hairstylists that a product can't replace us, because what everybody is wanting is the technique that's in our skilled hands. Unfortunately, yes. And another reason that people were going out consuming these products is because there are so many hairstylists worldwide who have not been equipped to treat and style natural afro texture hair. The schools haven't done it. The beauty industry has under-recognized natural afro texture hair. So the stylists aren't even able to supply the demand that's out there for creating curly set styles. Now, a lot of times when we think of natural hairstylists, we think about the limitations of locks, which I love locks, I wear locks. We think about the limitations of twists and braids, and now one of the new limitations is the silk out. Now, I don't have anything against any of these style options. I think that they are necessary, but there is still a big sector that's left out of that, and that's the curly set styles. Whenever you look at any of the ad campaigns that are now being featured on TV, that are all over the media, that are on advertising campaigns, they showcase women with curly set hair. You see all these, you know, big, voluminous showcases of curly hair. And when you go into the salon and you say, hey, yeah, I want to get my hair, you know, set on these curls, and they say, oh no, but we can silk you out. We can't do that, but we can silk you out. Or no, we can't do that. Maybe you ought to consider doing something else because you don't have the kind of hair to do that. And that is so unfortunate. Well, that's where we come in. I am introducing the Higher Beauty Style Network. And what we are is an educational and income earning platform created exclusively for hairstylists and barbers to learn our signature method of treating and styling natural afro textured hair. We help you to grow your clientele through our extensive database, and we've got people calling us every single day on the hour asking, is there anybody in Charlotte who can do my hair in the High Beauty method? Is there anybody in Atlanta who can do my hair in the High Beauty styling method? Is there anybody in Chicago or Houston or Memphis who is able to do my hair in this signature method? And we are now training people to be able to do it. Now, unfortunately,
turn me up.
Everybody get your motherfucking roll on. I don't show you and she doesn't want to slow so.
We need some better lighting in here.
Hey, I'm switch this shit up. Fuck all this shit. Yeah.
Is that body roll sound?
You follow him? I am Zoe's Instagram.
Oh yes.
He's like,
I'm in the way. He's twerking. Yes. I'm like, he's twerking better than me.
he's so funny. Hey,
Get your Billy right. Ow! Don't get me started.
I just been dancing back in the day.
That's what you keep saying.
I had never seen the dancer.
You better. Cute. Shouts out to Keisha on this location.
All of the kids are like sharing.
Who Who got no salt? Who got one?
I got salt.
You got salt?
So I got no sugar? No?
Thank you.
One last sugar, can you go? Thank you. Y'all enjoy it.
Thank you, bro.
Of course.
Hey, man. Here's to a great show. They cut us short in the Instagram class. Glad I pulled away from the slides for the color. Microphones, y'all were on it. At least it was slipping for a little bit. But, hey man, boomerang on their head on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. She got it too. I love it.
Mississippi, yours. Yours is the best. Feel my phone ringing.
Shut me down. Let's see what they're working with. Everybody get their reaction at the same time. Let's see.
I can't drink no more before I eat.
I can. Look, I can.
I'm so thirsty and so hungry.
Lisa was like, I don't have a problem with that
I've
actually.
already had 3 Jack Daniels.
That's Jack mean. That's Jack. One, you gotta know what you're doing now.
Yeah. This is pretty good. It is. Everything is like they literally sit there and squeeze
That's
everything.
a real margarita.
Yes.
That's a real margarita.
They literally need another pair. Like you see at the end of the bar, there's like the squeezers. They sit there and they squeeze everything.
About that life.
It's really cool. It's like a fancy dancy taco, but that's delicious.
That is really delicious. So, Keisha, what was
So we're headed back home. About to bring this heat, you know. I can't even put this weekend in words yet, but this weekend was mind blowing. It definitely was mind blowing. Learned a lot. I mean, shouts out to Raymond Tarragano for dropping all these gems on us this weekend. Like, if y'all are not a part of the tribe membership, you really should join. It's going to change your entire life. Not just your business, but your entire life. And he is not paying me to say any of this right now. I promise you he's not. Is he, Britt? Is he paying us? No, he's not paying us. But no, y'all on surreal. Like, if you're in small business, you're hairstylist, entrepreneur, especially the small business entrepreneur, you really need to hit Ray up for coaching calls. Oh, lady from London, yeah. I gotta get her on here too. I was just speaking making a tattoo. I was just on your page.
I know, and I looked up and I'm like, she's right there. I have to go give her a hug.
Just on your page. You guys know who you are?
Yes. Oh, she vlogs.
You're worse than me. My friends are just having a go at me because I take all the pictures. I'm Maria Thompson with Twist and Curls, and it was a pleasure meeting these beautiful ladies this weekend.
Yes,
take care and stay blessed.
All right, you can say safe travels. Okay, hey everyone. I am, first of all, I'm about a whole month and a half late with this vlog. So y'all excuse me. What's today's date? It is currently December the 18th. I went to Atlanta November, I think it was 9th through the 10th. But I ain't gonna lie, editing these vlogs sometimes take a while, and especially with this conference, I try to leverage and get as much footage as possible. And I meant to do this like overview, kind of just talking about my experience when I got back. But of course, when I got back, it was time to get to the bag. It was Thanksgiving, and now we're like a couple days away from Christmas. But I just want to get up here right quick, just to end the vlog, just to talk about my experience with the whole weekend and kind of much why I had vlogged it. So this is a backstory about Raymond Tarragano and Lakeisha. I met them on Instagram. A lot of people don't know, a lot of people don't believe the internet is real, that you can make real connection. But honestly, I met Raymond Tarragano on Instagram and his wife, kind of been in his DM. When I found out about him through YouTube, and I looked him up, I joined the Tribe membership in January. After I found Raymond Tarragano actually on YouTube, and then I started following him on Instagram, watching all his content, and then I joined the Tarragano, the Tribe membership, which the Tribe membership is like Netflix for hairstylists. You can pretty much binge watch on tutorials. He has marketing tips, how to run your business, just very, very informative. And since I joined the Tribe membership, he has took my business to a whole nother level. Let me tell you that. If you're trying to get your whole business together, you need to join the Tarragano Tribe membership. Anyway, but it really has made a difference. Not only that, but just being a Tribe member, he's all about better lives all around. Not just being a good hairdresser, but being a better person physically, so you can pour in more into your clientele. So I just really love what his company is all about, and what he's all about, and how he genuinely wants to help, especially hairstylists. And not only that, but he's venturing more out into helping other small businesses as well. So I really do appreciate him and what he's doing. Also, shouts out to Lakeisha Tarragano. I mean, Coach K, as Raymond would say, but she's a real MVP too. So Raymond reached out to me maybe a couple months ago and asked, that I want to come down and help with the natural hair industry convention. And I was just like, yeah. And he was just like, he flew me out, all expenses paid. I just couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was like, what? You want me to come down and help, bro? I'm in there cutting. But yeah, I was just so honored that he asked me and Bree, my roommate, during the natural hair convention, to come and help with his company. So I was there to vlog and also to help with his booth with selling t-shirts, help just promote. I got a phone call, but anyway, but I was there, helped to promote his business and the Tribe membership and what Tarragano Group, I don't know if you call it Tarragano Group, Tarragano Education. anyway, it's all about. So it was just the whole trip was just mind-blowing, just to know that, like, just how much I learned, and just seeing the grind. Like, hold on, let's talk about Lakeisha right quick, just to see that grind. Like, when you talk about power couple, like, for real, like, yeah, they're really about their business. And I'm talking about this genuinely helping people. You know how you can find some people and you can tell your heart not in it, but you can tell that his company, he genuinely wants you to grow, genuinely trying to help you as a person and to build your business. So that basically just sums everything up. And yeah, and this weekend, well, not this weekend, but about a month ago, that was my first time meeting Keisha and her husband, like, for the first time in real life, as I would say, because you know how you follow people on Instagram, you'll know how it's gonna be when you meet in person. But yeah, they picked me up from the airport. It was just like, what up, cuz? Like, we like nigga, like, we know each other. I gotta work on saying that word nigga all the time. I gotta work on that. But anyway, but yeah, they just kind of like embraced me, like bro, we family, like, you know what I'm saying, like. So it was really genuine, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it just makes you want to support them even more. So just wanted to give y'all an overview about the weekend, and Raymond just be dropping them gems, yo. Raymond and Keisha just been dropping them gems. Like, when I tell you, I mean, he's even helped me lose weight. Like, the girl done dropped about 20 pounds, you know what I'm saying? He did a little trim the tribe, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here spitting and stuff, but y'all know me. I done had some coffee, so I'm a little litty. But I'm gonna go ahead and just, I ain't gonna behold you long, as they would say in church. I ain't gonna behold you long. But that basically sums up the weekend. Not only that, just being around Raymond and his wife, just seeing the industry, the natural hair industry in itself. The event was very, very good. It was very eye-opening with so much stuff I learned, not just about hair, but just about business. Just seeing the different companies out there, and just meeting other people and making new connections. It was a couple of people that's part of Tarragona Tribe who came by the booth. I was able to meet in person for the first time, meet in real life. I love to say that. A lot of people who I follow on social media, you know, who I was just able to meet and network with, and it was just an awesome event. And I'm just excited to see what the Natural Hair Convention is going to be like next year, because I definitely see growth with that convention. Amazing opportunity. So if you're in the area next year, you know, shouts out to Natural Hair Convention, you know. So anyway, that sums up everything. I hope y'all enjoyed the vlog. Y'all stay tuned for more vlogs. If you enjoyed this vlog and you want to see more content, you know, just comment below what y'all want me to vlog, and then I do got some other exciting new content coming for y'all. So like, comment, subscribe, share this out, join the Tarragona Tribe if you're a hairstylist or you're a small business owner, so you can change your life. Anyway, let me stop playing with y'all. Thank y'all for watching.